What is up, hooligans? Happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you got a like button, please hit that like button. More likes, more hooligans. I don't know if you can tell, my voice is all messed up. All of this is all messed up. It's all scratchy. My nose has been running, been coughing all day. I don't know. It's just perpetual sickness. Sucks. Try to bear with me today. So we're going to read over the schedule really quick, and then we're going to read through all the chats, make sure everything is running smoothly, and then we'll go ahead and get her started. We're going to start off with this first video titled, "I Will Not Let Them Take My Children's Future Away." It's Carrie Lake saying the red team needs to grow a backbone, stop being sissies, go out there and turn America red, I guess is what she's saying. But a lot of it is just standing up against the radicals, which I think people are starting to do. But it's just a short little message from Carrie Lake. Then we have a video titled, "If this isn't peak Biden, I don't know what is," talking about how they cleaned up San Francisco for the dictator of China to come and, I don't know, point out how they think China's better than we are. That stuff is bold. Then I'm going to show a Twitter post that's new that is related to all of that. That's pretty humorous. Then we have a video titled, "It's Time to Enforce the Law," talking about the radicals pulling down American flags and burning them and stuff while they're, I don't know, doing whatever they're doing about the Middle East. I think it's funny that nobody said that shit during the BLM riots. Nobody was saying that. But now that they're out there in the streets crying about the Middle East and they're burning American flags, oh, now people got a problem with it. I don't know. It's so stupid. Then we have a video titled, "Massive Los Angeles Freeway Fire Was Arson." We were going to cover it yesterday, but the videos I found were just too lengthy for a freeway fire. But I do think it's kind of weird that we're having another one in the way that they're wording it because of what happened in Pennsylvania. I think it was their freeway caught on fire. And they said a lot of stuff when it was going on. Oh, we don't know when it's going to be fixed and the resources and blah, blah, blah. And then in like a month later, it was all back to normal. It was all fixed. Good to go. They're doing that with this freeway, and I'm wondering, are they testing something? Are they doing this on purpose to try and test how we react and maybe our structural security and stuff? I don't know. I feel like something weird's going on with the whole freeway fire thing. It's a weird thing. Then we have a video titled "MTG Explodes on the 8 Republicans Who Blocked Mayorkas Impeachment from Advancing." MTG out on the steps getting mad and stuff. I guess they were going to try and impeach Mayorkas. I seen something about that last night, but I didn't pay attention to it. I was going to wait till today to see how it went. Apparently it didn't go well, so MTG will tell us all about it. Then we'll be wrapping things up with a video titled, "New York City's First Ever Electric Air Taxi Flight." I don't know. People aren't smart enough to make their way through a Walmart. I don't know why we need air, like flying taxi helicopters, especially electric powered ones. I don't know about all that, but we'll see how that goes. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick, see how everyone is doing, and then we'll go ahead and get her started. Also, there is a live something going on in DC. Right Broadcasting's live right now. It says Americans gather for major pro-Israel march in DC. They just started their live. There's people gathering. They're out in the streets interviewing people, as they do. If things get active, I'll put it on the screen. But otherwise, I don't really have a whole lot of intentions on covering this. I need to go lay down after I'm done with all of this. That's what I need to do. But I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm aware that it's happening. We'll see how it goes with all of that. Anyways, what's up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Donna Sparks? What's up, Cassandra? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate you guys being here. You gals. Appreciate you girls being here. What's up, everyone over on Rumble? Let's see where we got these likes at. Oh, we're getting there. We need a few more likes, though, hooligans. Gotta get those likes up on Rumble. Astral Hammer, you were first today. Appreciate you. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Silver Wolf? I sound terrible. I sound awful. It's no good. I'm just highly disappointed in myself right now. What's up, Matthew? What's up, Jeb? What's up, Sly Dog? What's up, Disco? What's up, Shannon? What's up, Melissa? What is this name? It's gotta be Turbo. Appreciate you being here. Happy freedom. What's up, Crystal? What's up, Kevin? What's up, MU? What's up, Zero? Happy freedom. I mean, my voice is terrible. I'll never get nobody again. Just I sound terrible. Hate that. I don't feel that bad. I sound less pretty than normal. What's up, Sam? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Let's see if we are live over on Odyssey. Things have been going better on Odyssey. Of course, I'll say that now it'll crash or something, but the last couple days has been pretty good. Snooks says she's number 1 over on Odyssey. First. You were first today, Snooks. What's up, everyone over on D Live? Happy freedom. Appreciate you hooligans being here. What's up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, A-Cross? What's up, Tom Tom? Happy freedom. And what's up, everyone over on Twitch? What's up, Grey Wolf? What's up, Soul For Real? Happy freedom. Oh, let me get this Rumble link really quick. What's up, everyone over on GoofTube? Let me get you this link you need. Oh, and then Rumble sort of hinted towards Rumble playlists are coming. And so when that happens, I'm going to embed my Rumble playlist with all of my video catalog on there on the website. So now when you click the replay button, instead of it redirecting you to Rumble, it'll just take you to a page where we'll have the Rumble playlist so you can watch all the episodes we cover. That's coming pretty soon. Alright, there is the Rumble link for all you hooligans over on YouTube. Abandon ship while you still can. What's up, Sly Dog? You're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Anthony? What's up, Prop Patriot Girly? What's up, Sassy? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Damon Walker? What's up, Gregory? What's up, Blue Crow? What's up, Jason? What is your name? What's up, Shickle? Shakickle? What is your name? Shickle. We'll go with Shickle. Well, I appreciate you being here. What's up, American Patriotism? Sam, you're omnipresent. Appreciate you. What's up, Cheeky Chops? What's up, Charles? What's up, Corey? Happy freedom. Corey. Jonathan Lewis, yeah. We'll see what happens with that. I doubt anything will happen, but yeah, he was just beat to death in public. The stuff that I think is crazy is that people act like that stuff's new. They act like it's new. When I was in junior high, I used to have people try and stab me in middle school just because I was white. I was one of 14 kids in this 600 student school, and I used to get bullied all the time just for being white, and it was a long time ago when I was like 12 years old. So it's not like this stuff's new. It's just people need to do something about it. Something needs to happen. What's up, Hair Juicer? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. All right, hooligans, I think we are good to go. We're going to get started on this first one before my voice sounds any worse. It's titled, I Will Not Let Them Take My Children's Future. It's a Carrie Lake video, so you know that means it's going to be good. First, I want to remind you guys, go get you a 2A All Day Until I Die t-shirt. Let people know you're not forfeiting your firearms. Got a little cherub on there holding an AR. Just to be trendy. Just to be a little trendy. If that's too bold for you, you can't go wrong with the Scream and Go. Everybody loves the Scream and Go. We got shirts, tank tops. We got shirts and tank tops for men and women. Then we have zipper hoodies, pullover hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs, probably other things. I don't know. I'll drop the link to you. You can check out everything we have on the merch store while we're watching this first video.
We need to get past all these labels. We know that the left will lie. We know that the left will call us names, when in fact, all we want to do is make sure our country is strong, our children have a future. There's nothing racist about that. And we have to strengthen and get a steel spine, frankly, because they will call us every name as they're trying to take our country down. And I will not sit here and let them take my children's future down, your children's future, our future down. I don't care what names they call me, and I think we all need to get really strong, because the next year they're going to go into a frenzy as they are trying to push their agenda, which is the destruction of America. So we all better get used to being called names. Let me tell you, I've been called a lot of names over the past couple of years. You will survive it. But what we can't survive is our country being destroyed and our children living in communism.
We all get called names. If you're on the right and you're in media or you're exposed, you're going to get called names.
Well, Carrie Lake calling it like it is, as usual. Holy, just a second. She's right. Pretty soon, we'll see fire in the streets again. It just happens. Every time it's an election year, they got to burn America down. And even before we had protesters, it was the same way. Because it's done by design. It's like marketing and branding and stuff. It's all commercialized. And so if they burn America down every 4 years, then we need a hero to come save us. And what a coincidence. It's time to vote. So let's pick a new leader to come save us. And it's just orchestrated like that. It's always like that. But she's right. They will come out and they will burn everything down. And they will try and influence and brainwash the people too soft to think for themselves or who just simply don't have an opinion and push them in the direction of their choosing. So although she was talking about being strong and standing up and growing a backbone, she wasn't necessarily saying stoop down to their level like that reporter was in that video we covered a few days ago. He was saying, like, play the game the way they play it. That's how we're gonna win. I don't think that's the way to do it. It might work for a little bit, but they know that that's a possibility. The thing is we don't hold people accountable when they step out of line. So if we start stepping out of line, watch them turn around and try and hold us accountable. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's why you don't stoop to their level, because they know what could take them down. They just know that ain't nobody doing it. So if we try to walk in their footsteps, they'll just turn around and take us down. And it's too much follow the leader going on here. You need to hold people accountable. They want to go out there and burn shit, arrest them. And then people who are like, maybe we should go out and burn shit. Well, then they're going to watch those people get arrested and maybe slapped around a little bit. And then they're going to be like, nah, probably don't need to do that. And so, I don't know. I think that, I think things are turning around. It seems like things are turning around. So a lot of people rejecting the woke stuff, rejecting the Rainbow Crew stuff, people who are standing up for their kids and standing up for women's sports and all this stuff. We're starting to see things turn. Now, I don't know about red wave, like people like to say. I don't know about all that. But I think things are turning around because for a while, people were being fooled by the politics. They would say this is a red team policy or this is a blue team policy. And people would say, well, I belong to this team through self-identification, so I'm going to back this policy just cuz. Well, now your kids are getting messed up. Your job's messed up. Our entertainment's messed up. The country is messed up. And people are starting to get sick of it. And they're like, I was supporting this because I was blue team, or I was supporting this because I was red team. But I'm really tired of things sucking around here. I need to just stand up for what's right. And I think that's what we're seeing. We're seeing people break away from the politics and just be like, okay, this is wrong and we need to stand against it. People are starting to wake up a little bit, which is good. We're going to read through the chats really quick, and then we're going to move on to the next video. I wish somebody would just come punch me in the throat. My stuff is all messed up right here. It sucks. Jeez, just go punch in the face. Straighten me right out. I should hit Diablo, but it might put me down. I don't know. We'll wait. We'll wait and see. A Diablo shot might fix me up. And the blue and yellow country has postponed elections because of the war. I'm afraid they might try and do that here. People have been saying that for a while, that may happen. Some people thought that that's why they even started the blue and yellow war thing over there, is so we can get involved in it. Or not that that's why they started it, but that's why we got involved into it. Besides the money laundering, if we're at war, then we're not putting in a new president. He's going to sit there until we're through the war, if we have like direct interaction and stuff. So a lot of people were wondering that, if that's why we got involved, to try and secure old man Walter's position, pretty much being a dictator of the White House. So I don't know. I think that stuff will piss a lot of Americans off. I think they're walking on thin ice. I think the ice is thinner than they think it is. People are really tired of the nonsense. We went through the plague and the mandates and the lockdown and da-da-da-da-da, and then we ended up with this old asshole who's out there trying to pretend like he's running things. And that was cute and funny for a while, but now people can't afford to eat and to afford to live, and then you got the border crossers here, and they're trying to move into our house and stuff, and people are done. People are done. They're burned out. People are burned out. If they try to postpone the election, or they try to just hold it off till they decide when, or if they try to incarcerate the Orange Eagle, or if they try and take his name off the ballot, or any of the goofy shit that they're trying to do, if they do that, I think people are going to start losing their shit. Because the last thing that Americans want to hear right now is that we don't have control over our own life. And saying that we can't change the president is a pretty big, loud message that we don't have control over what's going on here. And people who are out of control are unruly, and I don't know if they want that. There's a lot of us. There is a lot of us out here, and I think that if they were to anger the American people, they would, I don't know. I don't think things would go well for them. I'll say that. Matthew, hot orange and honey. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna see if I could pick up a lemon and do some lemon and honey, because I don't take medicine, just my stomach's really bad and stuff. So that's what I was figuring. Some lime and some honey probably fix me right up. I'm saying a little punch in the throat. You know, it'll fix America. A good old punch in the face. That's what we need. I'm gonna drop these campaign shirts pretty soon. Gotta make punches in the face great again. I think the design turned out pretty good. Disco, you need some tea with some raw honey? Yeah. Yep. Maybe I'll mix some Diablo and some honey. You think that'll fix it? I mean, it might do something. I don't think it's going to change my gender, but it'll do something. It might do something. Astral Hammer, don't hate the player, bow down and comply. Yeah, that's I don't agree with that message. Not you. I know you're just joking, but that reporter guy that, you know, we covered a few days ago, he was proud of of the success from what he was doing, and he did, you know, claim to be making some effort into it, making phone calls, calling politicians, raising awareness, doing door hanging, door knocking, you know, and raising the awareness to get off your ass and go vote red. And he ended up contributing to his area turning red. And so he was pretty excited about it. But the message that he was carrying in his celebration, just saying, like, play the game the way they play it. They win because the way they play. We need to play like them. No, they're a bunch of bastards and they ain't doing the right thing, which is the whole reason that we don't play that way in the first place. But then you sit back and you go, so we just let them win? No, we have to hold them accountable. That is the problem with everything we have right now. Every single problem we're looking at right now as the average American is because there's no accountability for the people pulling us down. From the open borders to the food costing too much to the way that we're treated by the local government as well as the federal government and so on and so forth. This is all because there's bad people out there doing things that are not supposed to be doing. They're doing it blatantly right in front of our face, and no one is holding them accountable. Like, we're going to cover this article talking about how San Francisco is squeaky clean right now. Super clean. They fixed the homeless problem and the pollution and the drug problem and stuff just overnight. Just fixed it. Because the dictator Xi is coming here. Well, fuck him. Why can't we have nice things? We got to just clean it up for him. And then they talk about how Americans have homeless and drug problems. That China does. That they talk bad about us because of that. Biggest problem drug-wise right now is fentanyl. Kills 300 Americans a day. Fentanyl comes from China. That's some bold shit. To be the dictator of China, you know that those drugs are coming here. Now you're coming to visit just to see how much it's deteriorating our country? What a bastard. What a bastard. Anyways, we'll get to that when we get to it. It's flipping through. OBR, it's Taco Tuesday today. Man, I would like some tacos, but probably couldn't do it. My throat's messed up. Zero, Diablo and honey. Sounds good if you like Diablo. I think I'm really gonna try it here in a little bit. It might wreck me. I don't know. Guess I'm Jay late. Was finishing my Jeff mac and cheese. You cut that out. You cut that out. I remember when I was a fresh, new baby live streamer, and people would come in the chat and they're like, who's this Jeff Mac guy? Is this mac and cheese? And one day I lost my shit. I don't know why. I don't know if I was just getting bent out of shape or what. But I wasn't on the screen. We were watching a protest. I had my mic connected, but you couldn't tell because you couldn't see me. And this loud voice just booms over the live. I'm like, yeah, mac and cheese, Macintosh, Mac all day. I was Big Mac truck. I just like lost my marbles. I don't know. That's what happens when you live stream for like 10, 12 hours every single day. Stupid. We've been doing this a long time. A long time. What's up, Prison Hug? Happy freedom. A cold twisted tea. See, that's probably what I need to do. I need to get some lemon juice. Well, I need to start with the Diable honey. If that don't fix it, then we need honey and lemon. If that don't fix it, then we're just going to have to drink a twisted tea and call it a day. I think you're right. I think that's right where we are. Sandra, I appreciate you watching on D Live. I'm kind of surprised that we don't have more people watching on D Live. And I don't know if that's us, like we're just not exciting enough, or if there's just not enough viewers on D Live for people to even catch on that we're doing the thing over here. Nah, I don't know. Maybe from what I can tell, they burned a few bridges and people are not excited about it. Because as I was like, oh, D Live, reached out to us and offered us creator spotlight and blah, blah, blah. People were like, yeah, fuck D Live. And they had all these reasons why. And I got burned by D Live too, but they've been good to us since we've been back. So let's just water under the bridge at this point. Cash flow, happy freedom. Take a shot of Jack Daniels. I do it all the time and it takes the soreness away. Jack Daniels wrecks my guts. That's what she said. No, I don't know why it's like that. I like whiskey, but if I drink Jack Daniels or any other expensive whiskey, it just makes me sick. It's like, when you can't trust a fart, you can just tell in your stomach that something ain't right. You didn't eat chili, but it feels like there's chili in there. That's what Jack Daniels does to me. I'm like, no. I drink Jack Daniels. I'm like, well, how bad do I want diarrhea tomorrow? That's how it is. It's not good. How much blood do I want in my shit? Well, depends. Depends how many mixed drinks of Jack I want. It's rough. It's rough. Shunt. D-Live died a year or so back. That's why I wonder if they were burning bridges around that time. Because once they burned us, we were showing President Trump live, and they disabled my chat. And then they tried to hit me with copyright. And I was like, what do you mean? There's like 12 other channels on D Live showing the same exact thing, except I'm on the screen. Those other channels weren't doing that, and we were having problems butting heads. After a while, I was like, we're not doing that anymore. We're done with D Live. And then we stopped for 2 years. And then, I don't know. I guess they chilled out a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. Grey Wolf, you don't like tacos? How do you not like tacos? What do you not like about tacos? I'm flabbergasted. I didn't know that was a thing. What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? Happy freedom. Vicks Vapor Rub. I don't have Vicks. If I see some, I'll grab some. I haven't had Vicks since I was like just a young lad. What's up, Kirk Allen? Happy freedom. Mic drop. Never trust a fart. That's Old Man Walter's code name. Fart. You don't trust him. 1247. Chipotle away. I got 2 different bottles of Chipotle. I don't know if I told you guys. Maybe I didn't tell you guys. I think I was telling the gaming chat last night. I bought 10 bottles of hot sauce because Walmart has a special right now. This little kiosk thing or whatever. But it's got like 15 flavors of hot sauce. They're just little shooter bottles. But they're only $1 each, and they come in all these different flavors. So I just picked 10 of the ones that I thought were good. And I think for Thanksgiving, we might do something festive. Try some hot sauce. Maybe I'll cry a little bit. I think it'll be funny. I don't know. Thinking about it. Considering it. Cecil, Jeff Mac Cheeseburger. I know. I wish I had some dough coming in, because we would make some more custom items, like some real custom items, like food. There was some other things we were thinking of the other day, and I can't even think of what it is now. It's probably in my notes here, but I would like to come out with food, or like I see the Prime energy drinks, and that stuff is poison. Like, that stuff is poison. There's foreign countries that won't even allow it to be there because half the chemicals that are in it are illegal in those countries. And I see that crap, and I'm like, we could probably make something that tastes better. It's not going to kill you. And we could stick our hooligan branding all over it, and it would do good for us. And I think about this stuff, but I don't have enough money to put that stuff together. One day we'll have nice things like that. Hair Juicer, I think D-Live kicked too many people and stole too many people's money. Let's see, didn't know they were still around until you brought it up. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what I was hearing too. It was like a lot of people were hating on it. I was already mad because of how they were treating us. And so when I think we were kind of at the lead of the avalanche there. They're like, we walked away and then everything fell to pieces and we weren't even there to watch it. But like I said, so far so good. So far so good. So, and they didn't have to reach out to me. They didn't have to ask us to come over, and they gave me some incentive and stuff like that. So they didn't have to do that. And they've been really cool with me and stuff. And so I don't have anything bad to say about them. So far so good. Let's see. All right, hooligans, we're going to move forward. I keep looking at this live, whatever the hell this is, in D.C. Right Side Broadcasting's got that pro-Israel march. They're not marching. This lady wishes she was Elton John. This is live right now. This is Elton John's sister speaking. I don't know what she's talking about, but so far there's not a lot of marching or crying or anything going on. There is a lot of people there. Holy. Let's see if they show another. They just showed a sky cam and it's like bodies as far as it looks like an inauguration. That's how many people are there. It looks like an inauguration, but either way, if it gets active, we'll show it. Otherwise, I don't have nothing to say about the Middle East. So anyways, we're going to move forward. This next one's titled, If This Isn't Peak Old Man Walter, I Don't Know What Is. This is talking about how they cleaned up San Francisco overnight. Just because a dictator's coming to town. They'll do it for she, but they won't do it for us. It's funny they don't know how to clear the problems until dictators come to town and we want to show off for them. That doesn't make any sense for me.
City officials in San Francisco are now rushing to clean up the city streets before President Biden meets with Chinese President Xi Wednesday. The city has been struggling with rising crime. That is an understatement. Struggling with drug use, also an understatement, and a massive homeless population in recent years. However, city crews are now working overtime to clean out all those homeless encampments. Where are they putting the people, you ask? Do they care, do you ask? And they're cleaning up the streets before this year's APEC summit. The city has even put up these large security fences to deter crime and the homelessness. Oh, they couldn't have done that like 2 years ago? However, Chinese state media have reportedly taken notice of the city's issues, describing San Francisco as a mecca of crime and ruined city. When China has to tell you what your crime problem is.
China loves to exploit our domestic issues. Okay, so this is Chinese state-run media exploiting America's domestic issues. Not the first time it happened. Remember back at the beginning of the Biden administration, 2021, in Alaska meeting, one of the first meetings between Blinken and Chinese officials, and what happened? Here's the Wall Street Journal headline. A lecture in Alaska shows that adversaries sense U.S. weakness, and they literally dressed us down for 20 minutes about Black Lives Matters and internal strife. And what did Blinken do? Blinken apologized. Blinken said, yes, we have sins in America. I'm paraphrasing him here. But that's what China does. They'll exploit our weakness as they send fentanyl into San Francisco via our southern border.
All of that is true. I would just say this. If you don't start, none won't be none. So we've seen them do the cleanup on aisle 8 in El Paso when Biden went to the border. So China's only calling out what it sees. And if we didn't have it, they couldn't exploit it. So why do they clean up the crime just in time for the APEC summit, but they couldn't do it when people were dying with needles in their arms?
Well, it just shows they could have done it, right? They clean it up for a Chinese dictator, but not for American citizens. I mean, if that isn't peak Biden, I don't know what is. And to Kaylee's point, this is a PR layup that they've given the Chinese. Why would you host the APEC summit in your most troubled city, in the city which is 98% more violent than any other city in the country, where people are living on the streets with needles coming out, and you have to walk through in the middle of the street so you don't step over the feces and all the rest of it? I mean, why would you give them that PR victory by holding it there and let Xi just talk about this is why our system is superior to yours, because we don't have people living on the streets of Beijing.
So, okay, so maybe I'm a little.
So they kind of stretch it out and ruin their whole point of what they're saying, which is why we just ended it right there. But if I don't know, you question why I stopped the video, don't you worry. After the live, the link will be in the description if you want to watch it in its entirety. But we're gonna move forward. There's a tweet that's related to this little event here. Says right there, like 2 hours ago, CZEC TV crew is robbed at gunpoint while covering APEC summit in San Francisco. Well, that was worth it. Yeah, clean the streets up, move the homeless people, move the drug addicts. Nobody will know. Nobody will know it's a giant toilet bowl over there in California. Nobody will know. Camera crew getting robbed at gunpoint. If you're going to rob anybody, why would it be the people with cameras on them? Because you just don't give a shit. That's why. It's no good. They'll clean up the streets for dictators, but they won't do it for us. They act like there's no answer out there to fix the problem. Who even knows what they're doing with those people? God only knows. Nobody knows. We're going to read through the chat really quick before moving forward. This next one is talking about how we need accountability here in America. My goodness. And do they honestly think that the Chinese leaders and their people don't know what's going on here? They must think that what am I saying here? They must think they're stupid. Well, they kind of mention how they talk bad about the way America's ran versus how China's ran. Now they're coming here, and it just makes me feel like they're just here checking on their investment. Like, imagine being the leader of a group of people. Your people are manufacturing drugs. Those drugs go affect another group of people. One day, you go visit that group, and you're seeing people laying on the streets, homeless, drug addicted, behaving like criminals, behaving like radicals, drugged out of their mind. And that leader of that group is going to pal around with you and show you what's going on around their group, knowing damn well that it is your fault that those people are in that kind of condition. Imagine that, because that's what's happening. That's what's happening. They're aware. They know what's going on. They're going to come here and see for themselves the damage that's being done. Now, because I believe we all make our own decisions, I don't want to say 100% of the blame is on CCP China nonsense, because like I said before, when they made it very loud and clear that 300 Americans die every single day because of fentanyl, when that was breaking news, I said right there and then, why? Why is it happening? Because I'm not taking it, so why are you taking it? You know what I mean? Like, if they brought 900,000 pounds of dog shit across every day, would you guys be sampling it? You know, let me get a little bit of that dog shit. Let me see what the fuss is about. Doesn't make sense to me. Now, it's been pointed out to me that a lot of people are getting hooked on fentanyl because of the drug choice they already have. That if they're doing coke or they're doing whatever it is they're doing, that it's being cut with fentanyl to try and lengthen out your drug of choice. And so you're sampling what you would believe is your drug of choice, but it's actually been cut with fentanyl. Now you're suffering from fentanyl withdrawals, and you have to figure that out. You don't understand why your shit you've been doing for 20 years all of a sudden is making you sick. It's because it's got fentanyl in it. Well, by that point, you're already addicted. So now you got to find more fentanyl because you're not going to find help because you're a 20-year-old drug addict. You've been running drugs for 20 years. So then you just end up dropping dead. All your buddies do too, because all of you guys are sharing the same stuff. So I guess that's how it's getting in and being spread around with Americans. But I don't take drugs. I don't see the point of that. I've never seen anybody who was a meth head or a crack head or a heroin addict, and I'm like, yeah, I want to try that. Somebody sign me up. Only on the weekends, though. You know, I got responsibilities and shit, so I only do a little heroin on the weekends. Like, what? I don't understand how people even get into it. I've gone through hard stuff, real hard stuff, but I've never been like, let's smoke a little crack this weekend. Let's see how that goes. Like, never. I've never wanted to do that. So this fentanyl problem is so distanced from me because I don't see the appeal for drugs. And now that I'm getting older, my back hurts for no reason and stuff, I'm even less willing to try new things, especially drugs. And so the fentanyl thing seems really dumb to me. I don't care how much they bring it across the border. I'm not going to die from it. I'm not even going to try it. I don't understand why other Americans are trying it. And so, I don't know, this whole she, whatever his name is, coming here and want to dog us about having drug addicts and homeless people when if they didn't bring the fentanyl here, it wouldn't even be in this condition. It would still have problems, of course. We have our own problems, but I just don't like that. I don't like the vibes I'm feeling thinking from that perspective. For him to know it's coming from there and come here to see our people all down and out because of it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We're going to read through the chat really quick. This next one is about how we need accountability in America. Cassandra, they're putting that stuff in everything. Weed, Molly, all of it. Yeah. Yep. They've been lacing weed for a long time. But I don't know. A lot of people here just grow it themselves. And that's kind of why they grow it themselves here in Michigan, is because they're worried about it being laced with stuff. But it's no good. It's no good. Just reading through. What's up, Dan? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here with us. There's not much going on with the DC thing. I keep checking on it. Guess I'm Jay. I can make you a keep off my grass sign. Being proactive. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I am getting there. Now that I think about it, I can't tell you how many times this morning alone I've yelled at Klaus Daniels to get out of the window. I'm like, you know you ain't supposed to be here, right? Get your face out of the window, you giant cat. Like, damn. I'm walking in the living room. Get out of the window. Get out of my yard. I'm just already starting it. I'm already getting there. It's my practice. What's up, Cricket Kiss? Happy freedom. Cricket Kiss G is checking out his recent purchase, probably. Yeah. I don't know why else he would come here. I think it's crazy. It's like, oh, a communist leader's coming here? I thought we liked communism. I thought we were against that. I thought we were like smoking people who were about communism. They just come here and take tours? I didn't know that. Just in case they want to turn over a new leaf. You want to maybe not be a dictator anymore? See if your people will still vote for you? I don't know. It just sounds weird to me. Silver Wolf, oh, you were sitting there. You were sitting there watching the spot filler video. I wish that it would kick over on its own. I do the same thing. I have to sit here on Rumble and refresh the page over and over again to see if it's picking up the live feed or if I got to go, slap the TV and see if I can get it to work. It happens. I don't know if we're gaming tonight, Silver Wolf. I'm not sure yet because my voice sounds terrible. And when I wear the headset, my voice is even louder. And so I don't know if you guys want to hear this raspy nonsense. I sound like Miley Cyrus right now. Crystal, bad association spoils useful habits. That's a thinker. That's one of those thinkers. Melissa, why ain't he going to DC? Didn't he just go to DC to meet with Old Man Walter? I thought Old Man Walter and yeah. the leader, I keep wanting to say the president. He's not the president. The dictator of China, I'm pretty sure just met with Old Man Walter a few days ago. I think maybe I'm thinking of something else, but I thought that just happened a couple days ago. Because we were just talking about how Old Man Walter's boyfriend came to town. MU, how much is that kitty in the window? He's a lot. He's a lot. He's one of a kind. It's one of a kind. That's a hooligan cat. They cost a little extra. What's up, Bong? Happy freedom. D-Live is dead, just saying. Saying it on D-Live. Well, they must be recruiting live streamers and stuff because they're trying to bring it back. And who knows? Especially when the censorship kicks off, because YouTube loves censorship. I'm surprised we haven't been getting cracked down on yet. It'll happen. Next couple months, I won't be able to say anything on YouTube. Everything will be against community guidelines. That's what happened last time. This is my second primary election we're coming up to. That's like the Super Bowl if you're a live streamer. It's like, I love it. I love it. Coming up to the primaries. I already know what to expect this time because of what happened last time. We got censorship walking in through the door. We got platforms that are going to claim to be free speech, but then they're going to turn around and roll over on us. All that good stuff. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. We'll see. Shunned. People still watch TV. No wonder we got here like this. Not that many. Not that many. When they were showing the debate on TV last Saturday, I believe it was, they were saying that it was like 22,000 people watching. But if you watch Crowder or Salty or anybody on Rumble, really, you're seeing bigger numbers than that. There's more people watching live streams than there is watching live TV, which is interesting. I haven't seen live TV since I was 17, I think was the last time I watched live TV. I'm 34 now, so I mean, it's been a minute. Like Rock of Love and all that stuff was on TV when I was watching it. So I was really surprised that they were even comparing ratings from live TV to live streams on the internet. But live streams are kicking ass compared to live TV. I don't even know how people pay for cable or any of that stuff. I don't understand. And Netflix isn't far behind. Netflix keeps kicking their numbers up. I seen something talking about how Disney's trying to charge like $100 or something for Disney Plus coming up. And they're going to end up like cable. They're going to be just like Dish. People are going to stop paying for it. I was saying a couple of years ago, I think eventually all we're going to have is live streams. I think that a lot of the stuff that you see on TV, those TV production companies will just start running live streams. They'll start doing soap operas and all that stuff. You'll have to wait till Friday, and they'll run the live stream on their channel. And I think it's going to be like that. I think everything's going to end up just being on the internet. I appreciate you being here, Kirk Allen. Just reading through really quick before moving forward. Gregory, drink some honey. Yeah, I'm working on it. What's this next video? It's only 2 minutes. We'll see. Maybe that's enough time for me to go grab some supplies and see if I can cry right here on the live. And I get my news from live streams. Yeah, I don't trust anything the TV says. I don't trust half the stuff I see on the internet either, really, but either way. What's up, Cybo? Happy freedom. Cybo, most likely the reason that she is visiting San Francisco is because of the digital ID and surveillance. Could be. Could be. I mean, I could see him going to DC for that. We were just talking about that. DC has like the same kind of surveillance that they have in China. All that facial recognition and all that stuff. I think that's what Walmart is. I think Walmart is training for AI and facial recognition. Because they have crazy technology at Walmart's, and they can scan so far away. You can be in like the parking lot across the street of a freeway and hold your ID in your hand, and they can like read your address off your ID from 300 yards away. Like their technology that they have at Walmart's to do surveillance on us is crazy. And we just covered an article a couple weeks ago that they were saying that Walmart knows when you're stealing food and stuff like that on the self-checkout. They just wait till you rack up $100 worth of stolen goods, and then they send the police to your house and charge you with a felony. So when you think you stole that orange or whatever on self-checkout, they know you did. But until you hit $100, they're gonna act like they don't know. You hit the $100 mark, state boys knock on your door. They're ready to get you for felony theft. It's crazy. They're paying attention. I know it just seems. See, the thing is we see the associates. You go to Walmart, you see a 16-year-old talking out of their ass while stacking boxes. You're like, hey, can you help me find the lubricant? And they're like, what's lubricant? And you're like, never mind. And then you got to go wander on your own. And then you leave like, man, people at Walmart are fucking stupid. But the people who run Walmart are not. They're not. It's just the dumbasses on the floor that you see every day. It's just like the government. It's just like the government. You see McConnell up there freezing in place, having a seizure, and you know damn well he needs to step down because he's too old to be doing what he's doing. And you're like, how does dumb people like that run the country? Well, they don't. Those are just the assholes we see on TV. The people that run the country, you don't ever see them. You don't. That way they can disorient you from what's actually going on. It's the same reason that companies do micromanagement, where they will tell their team leaders something, the team leaders will tell management something, the managers will tell, like, you know, the floor managers will tell the peons stuff. But the peons have no idea what the leaders are talking about because all the information is compartmentalized. It's all broken into little sectors, and they claim it's for security reasons, but it's actually for manipulation reasons. It was a big thing in that company I was working for where we made car parts and stuff before I just started doing this full time. Anyways, what's up, Dad? Happy freedom. Let's see. Where are we? All right, I think we are good to go. We're going to move on to this next one. It's titled, It's Time to Enforce the Law. It's been that way. It's been that way. They're talking about how these Middle Eastern protest people or whatever are tearing down and burning American flags, and they're saying enough is enough, but we've been saying that for years. Let's get it started.
Dr. Sheila Narian is a pro-Israel activist and joins me now. So, Doctor, where did all this hatred come from?
Jesse, I really strongly believe the hatred has always been here. It's just that people are emboldened to share it out loud. And honestly, I'm pro letting them share all of those feelings and just letting us hold them accountable afterwards.
But we're not. They don't even get arrested. When they do, they walk out like it's a parking ticket. They're shaking our subways crazy. They're tearing down our flags. They're spray painting the White House.
Maybe those people at that protest didn't get held accountable, but I assure you, many on college campuses, many professors, many professionals have been held accountable, and we just have to do a better job. Now, it depends on who's doing the accountability. As you noticed in all the protests that have been happening over the last 2 years for multiple causes, those people weren't held accountable either. And really, it's about asking our politicians and the DAs in certain states and certain cities, why aren't these people getting held accountable?
Yeah, because we don't care if you yell Free Palestine. You yell that all day. We don't care. But if you're going to throw haymakers in the middle of the street and you're going to throw paint on our property and climb our monuments, I don't like that. And you have to enforce the law strictly, no matter who does it and what they look like or what they're yelling about.
It's interesting. A lot of these people left their countries where they would never have the right to protest, would not have the right to free speech, and they come to America where those beautiful rights exist, and they're using it to turn our country into the countries that they left, which makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, and if you're a conservative and you protest, you get audited. So go figure. Doctor, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
Well, I don't know if that woman had pink eye or what. Scissoring accident, not quite sure. Something was going on with the eye over here. Yeah, all of a sudden, burning American flags is unacceptable. Where was everybody at 2 years ago, 3 years ago? They were doing that on a daily basis, on camera, just stomping flags and burning them. And if you interfered with it, then you were a racist bastard. And now it's unacceptable. Should have been that way. I think if you see somebody burn an American flag while you're in America, you should be able to beat their ass without consequence. You should have immunity. You're sticking up for the flag. Like, The flag is a representation of all of us. It's all of us. So if this person's out there burning and stomping an American flag, an actual flag, not just a representation of a flag, because there is a difference, but if they're doing that to an actual flag, you should be able to tune them up, because that's the equivalence of saying that they are willing to do that to all of us. They feel that way about all of us. Now, of course, those ignorant individuals, they don't understand what they're doing. They've been programmed to think specific things, and they don't think for themselves. So they're out there committing these acts, and if you whoop their ass, they're going to cry real hard because they don't think there should be consequence for that. But I think you should be able to tune them right up in broad daylight in front of their kids and everything. You are not allowed to stomp on our flags. That is like I'm saying, that's a representation of saying you would do that or you wish that on all of us. And I think that is completely unacceptable in this country. And so, I don't know. You couldn't get away with it from in front of me. There's no way I'd be able to hold it together. Because I look at it like that. That's how it is in my head. I perceive it that way. If I see you doing bad stuff to the flag, you are saying to me, you wish those things upon all of us here in America. And I'm going to kick you right in the teeth. I am. I'm going to hit you in the face with a hammer. Like, you better not. You better not. I have a lot of self-control. I actually consider it a superpower. I used to be a little rascal asshole, and I really pulled my shit together. And I think I'm doing all right as an adult. I think I'm doing okay. But man, you do that stuff and I'm going to lose control. I can't be around that stuff. Can't be around people burning flags and stuff. That stuff is wrong. That is wrong. You don't do that here. You should be deported. You should be sent out into the ocean if you do that stuff here. You must not want to live here if you're burning our flag. That's a representation of all of us. That's my 2 cents anyways. Cassandra, how does behaving like this help Palestine? I don't understand how any of it does anything. How does crying in the street here matter to anyone in the Middle East? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand it at all. It doesn't do anything. Dan sent him to Gitmo. Yeah, for real. Exactly. Sam sent him to Gaza. Well, and it should be that way. If they really cared, they should enlist. They should go sign up. You want to go care about other people's problems? Join the military. They'll send your ass overseas. You'll be doing all kinds of shit you don't want to do. I've never served, and again, I'm not going to try and speak on their behalf, but anybody who has served, who has spoke to me, that's kind of what they've said. I haven't talked to anybody who was in the military who was like, yeah, that was great. I love that. You should go sign up for that. No, I haven't heard anybody say that. Not one person. I absolutely respect everybody that's ever served, but anybody who has always told me not to. Don't sign up for that. It's not great. And these people crying in the streets, they're not tough. They're not tough guys. That's why they're out there crying in the streets instead of actually doing something. They want to support those people, then support them. You could go over there. You could do missionary work like religious people do. You could send money over there. You just want to stand in the street with your arts and crafts signs and just cry really hard and burn American flags. Well, what the fuck? What is that doing? That isn't doing anything. It's just their new favorite thing right now. They'll find something else. What's up, Rappy? I agree. Why don't they just leave? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. And they say a lot of those people that are protesting right now, regardless of who they're pro or against or whatever, all the Middle East stuff, they're saying a lot of them are from those countries. And it's like, well, what are you protesting? You don't live there anymore. And I understand they could have family and this, that, and the other. Well, then go do something about it. Screaming in our street doesn't do anything about your family. It's off in the Middle East. And some people, well, just like that video was saying, why did you leave that country where you couldn't even legally protest without being shot in the head in broad daylight? Why come here, escaping all of that, and then turn this place into that place? Why do that? I don't know how people are making it right now. Just that their thought processes don't reach very far, kind of signaling that they don't think very much. How are they surviving? What are they eating? How are they living? I don't know how their problem-solving process is working well enough to keep them alive. I don't understand. Matthew, fight breaks out in the House of Senates. What? Hold on, let me take a little gander really quick. If I could spell. If I only had a brain. Oh, who's live right now? Fox is live. I guess State Department's getting ready to go live. I don't care about that, but some people do. Just looking for some crazy sauce. I don't know. Heated moment. No. That's not from today. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Who was saying that? Matthew, if you got the link to that, drop that in Gilded or email it to me or get it to me somehow so I can check it out. We'll keep moving forward, but I'll keep my eyes out for that. Cybo, anybody see the pic of Trump's lawyer wearing a FJB necklace? I have not. What is her name? I mean, I'm sure I could just type in Trump lawyer. I can't remember her name, and everybody calls her Trump lawyer, like even on the news and stuff. She might get her own t-shirt if these pictures are clear enough. Alina Haba. You cut that out, you hooligans. Oh, might have found it. Well, this is something. I don't know if you guys can see it. That must be at the UFC. She looks like she's having fun. You could tell because the hair started getting all frayed and stuff. Like the hairspray is wearing off. Get the drunk gaze in the eyes. Might be having fun tonight. Got the FJB necklace. I don't know. Do you think it's a coincidence? Or is she really out there screaming fuck Joe Biden? Is that what's going on here? It could be. It could be. I don't see Google's listening to me. You're my Google unit light up. Anyways, we're going to move forward. This next one's titled Massive Los Angeles Freeway Fire Was Arson. I think something weird is going on with this whole situation because I want to say it was Pennsylvania had a freeway fire a few months ago. And it was very similar to this. We'll talk about it after we get through the video. It's a short one.
Officials say a massive fire that damaged a stretch of an important freeway in Los Angeles was caused by arson. An elevated stretch of the Santa Monica Freeway was engulfed by flames on Saturday. Now what locals call the 10 has been shut down indefinitely, a headache for hundreds of thousands of commuters. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass on Monday made a point of saying that no connection had been found between the fire and a nearby encampment of unhoused people.
We know that the origin of this is arson. We do not know other information. There is no reason to assume that the origin of this fire or the reason this fire happened was because there were unhoused individuals nearby.
Bass said 16 people found in the encampment had since been placed into housing. The state fire marshal, meanwhile, declined to give details about how investigators reached their conclusion of arson or how the fire was ignited. Officials say the flames damaged several support columns and the freeway deck. Some 300,000 vehicles travel the Santa Monica Freeway every day. Detours are expected to snarl the already congested downtown LA traffic.
A lot of people go on the 10, so we're all having to make adjustments, having to pack the 101 that's already packed, and then maybe even going to a 210. It's just a headache.
It's been horrible. I just am coming from school, and it's been a lot all together, all collided.
Governor Gavin Newsom issued a state of emergency in Los Angeles on Sunday to expedite the repairs to the freeway. He vowed to get it reopened as soon as possible.
I think there's something weird about that. First, I want to say thanks, D. Jones, for the article. I did pull it. I removed your comment because I don't want to encourage people to post links because you're not supposed to post links, and I also want to remove it before Snooks banned you. But I do appreciate you getting me that link, so thank you, D. Jones. But I think something weird is going on with the freeway stuff. So, one, I think it's weird that they put a lot of spotlight on homeless people, unhoused people, for the soft and scared. That kind of sounds like they're like, these guys did it. And I was kind of wondering that because that's where they have most of those homeless encampments. They do the same thing in Portland. There's a huge homeless encampment right next to a freeway. But what I think is really weird about the situation is like Pennsylvania, I believe it was Pennsylvania, had a similar thing happen. There was like a tanker truck that hit the wall or something underneath the freeway, caught on fire, damaged the freeway because of the extreme heat, I guess. They came out and they were like, the freeway is done for. You're going to have to find new ways to get to work and get home. We don't know when we're going to be able to get it fixed. It could be months. It could even be years. We're not sure how long it's going to take to fix it, but you better get your shit together now because we may not even be able to fix it. They were talking like that. And then it was like 3 weeks later, they're like, oh yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. We got it all fixed. It's good. No problem. Well, then why were you telling us it could be months, if not years, before you fix it if it was only going to take a couple weeks to fix? No big deal. Why? I don't understand. Why? And so we, story died, as they all do, like Maxwell's flight list, like the submarine full of billionaires that just popped underneath the ocean. Just dies down and we forget that it ever happened. Now this happens, they're saying that freeway is closed indefinitely. It's indefinitely, means they're never bringing it back. And then at the end of the same video, they're like, yeah, so we'll let you guys know when it's restored. Wait a minute. You started off the video by saying it was closed indefinitely. How are you going to open up a freeway that you closed indefinitely? What? How? What? What? What do we do with that information? You're never going to open it, but then you're going to tell us when you open it again? Okay. It sounds really weird to me. It sounds like they are normalizing like the acceptance of the possibility that they may not be able to restore things that we're accustomed to. It's almost like the moon landing all over again. They're like, we don't have the technology to build bridges and freeways anymore. If they burn down, we just have to accept that we won't have them anymore. What? Maybe normalize mass transportation being redirected? I don't know. Something weird. There is something weird about that. And I guess we won't know until we hear more about it or more bridges burn down. But it's just something weird about it to me. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick before moving forward. We could hear this asshole speak, I guess. Speaker of the House is speaking right now to all these people in D.C. So let's just wing it. We'll just see what's happening.
We can and we must do more to stand with our great ally and friend. It is my hope that this gathering today serves as a reminder to the entire world, but also to those within our own borders, that the United States stands proudly with Israel and the Jewish people forever, forever. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of this. God bless you.
Well, that wasn't a whole lot of anything. I've never heard the guy speak, not live. And there's a lot of people saying that he's not great. He's not what they thought he was going to be. Because he was talking about how old man Walter is so corrupt. The whole family's corrupt. And they need to get someone in there who's going to actually make the hard decisions and take him down for his corruption. But then he just did an interview about that, about the impeachment inquiry. And he was like, yeah, no, we didn't find anything. We don't have enough evidence to do the impeachment. Like, what do you mean? What? They said it was unbelievably corrupt. The family was unbelievably corrupt. And the only reason that they're not incarcerated is because no one's holding them accountable. That's it. But then as soon as he got in, oh, no, there's no evidence to be found. It's weird how that works. It's weird how that works. So, I don't know. I see a lot of people turning their back on him now. Something weird. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick before moving forward. This next one is MTG pissed off about 8 Republicans who blocked Mayorkas's impeachment from advancing. And that normalized responsibility again. Cassandra, and accountability too. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Cassandra, all the working people being inconvenienced by the non-working people. You know, it always seems to be that way. The people who don't believe in structure or being a part of society, or at least contributing to it, seem to be the ones that have no responsibility and no accountability. So you're stressed, you're trying to hold everything together for your family and your responsibilities and be a good person and all these things. And it feels like you're constantly holding your tower together. Every day is a struggle to keep the the train on the rails, keep the car going down the road, keeping things in motion and keeping everyone happy. It's a real struggle, but it's worth it. It's worth the struggle. And then you see people who are drug addicts and homeless people, and bad things happen to people, but the people I'm talking about are the ones who just don't care that they're living like that. Same thing with criminals. They just do whatever the hell they want. They inconvenience people who are not criminals, but they get away with it. All of it feels like incentive. Go be a homeless drug addict criminal. Your life will be easy. We'll give you free money. We'll give you places to stay. We'll give you free clothes. You'll never be held accountable. You'll never have any responsibilities. Because it's all a huge ploy. Come let the government take care of you. Don't stand on your own 2 feet. It's too damn hard. Look how easy these guys have it. They're just out here smoking crack, living on the sidewalk, cracking jokes, and having a good time. Your dumb ass is paying gas prices and car insurance and all this stuff. Look at you being responsible, trying to hold it on your own. Come let the government take care of you. That's what it is. That's what it is. They want us all to descend into darkness so the government can come grab the reins and steer us where they want us to go. They don't provide us with the answers to be able to live on our own. That's why we got to go figure it out on ourselves. That's why they don't teach us how to do taxes. They want us to pay taxes, but they don't want to teach us how to do taxes. It's because they want to control us. They want us to fuck up. They want to come rule over us. But they can't do it by force. So they got to let us throw ourselves in the hole. And once we're all in there, they'll just pop their head over and say, hey, you guys ready for us to take the reins? And we won't have a choice but to say yes. And so I agree. We need to normalize responsibility and accountability. And those lowlifes out there that are showing us that they can get away with it, don't fall for the trick. Just let them be, the lowlifes they are. Like we talk about it all the time. Just because you know someone's an asshole doesn't mean you got to make them believe that they're an asshole. They'll never receive the message. Just acknowledge that they're an asshole. Stay away from them. Keep going with your life. Don't pay too much attention to it. Playing the game that they're playing doesn't have the prizes you want to win. Believe it. Believe it. I see it all the time. And it's crazy. It's crazy. And sometimes it's disheartening. When you see people committing these terrible acts like Nashville. I can't remember what it was. It was like 229 or 232 or some criminals were released because they're not fit to stand trial. And most of them not only recommit crimes, but they recommit it to the same victims. The same people who were originally hurt by those individuals get hurt a second round just because there's no accountability in Nashville right now. Because that place is being ran by mafia. Those people are corrupt as hell out there, and they have no moral standing. So they're just letting criminals run free. If you live in Nashville, you're like, well, shit, I should just be a criminal. I'm out here paying bills and being responsible. I should just go out there and do bad things. There's no accountability. And as soon as you do, they'll take control. They'll control your whole life. They want to do it to all of us, so don't fall for it. It's not as sweet as it looks. The value of being a good person you can't see until you are it. And the things you earn from being a good person, you're not willing to forfeit. You got to walk that walk in order to experience it. And a lot of those bad people never made it that far. A lot of them are kids that never grew up. They ended up being socialist adults. Because that's what happens when you don't raise your kids. They never grow out of socialism because your children are socialists. You provide everything to them for free. They don't have a choice. They're socialists. But if you don't raise them right, when they grow up, they think life will just give them stuff for free. And that's not how things work. And so they end up being these low lifes and stuff. And we watch them get away with shit and we're like, that's not fair. but really they don't have it as good as us. It's just neither of us know it. You gotta stay open-minded. It's reading through. Matthew, global communism. That's what they're trying to do. That is what they're trying to do. Melissa, what are you saying? I'm reading through and all I see is Melissa saying, Gilligan wore a coconut bra. I don't know. I don't know what we're talking about over here. I'm just moving forward. Moving forward. Oh, and I think we're gonna play a clip here in a second about what Matthew was talking about. D. Jones sent me a link for an article that says, "Stand your butt up. Fist fight nearly breaks out during Senate hearing until Bernie Sanders steps in." We're gonna cover that in just a second. What's up, English? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Snooks. Jeff Mac living on Hooligan Island. I'm not wearing a coconut bra though. I'm not. I'm going tits out. Okay. I get hot. I get hot. I'm not wearing a coconut bra. Don't get your hopes up. Zero Snooks started it. I should have known. As soon as I seen coconut bra, I should have known. That was Snooks. Snooks did that. Yep. Saw the fuzz on the coconut bra. I was like, Snooks been here. I knew it. What's up, Chloe? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. I am doing good. How are you doing? Mr. Beansy Beans. I don't know if I can say that out loud. Coconut ain't gonna do it. It ain't gonna do it. I'm rocking the banana hammock on an island. That's true. That's festive. Nice and festive. Thank you so much, Mr. Beansy Beans, for gifting a sub over on Twitch. And I appreciate you. Thank you. You're awesome, Mr. Beansy Beans. Well, if you guys are having problems with people in the chat, just block them. You don't have to debate with them. What's up, Grip? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Adrian, you're right. They want us controlled cattle to grave. Yep, they do. I keep telling you guys, I can see in the future that they are going to put us in a position, if we let things slide and we get in these smart homes and we have these autonomous vehicles and all this crap going on, we're living in these 15-minute cities and we're pretty much all living, working, and existing in high rises, maybe working and connecting and entertaining ourselves with virtual reality. There, I could totally see a time where you go to crap a baby out and the government just takes it right there. And you just know you'll get a certificate or something that says your child will be reintegrated back into society when they're ready. And they'll just go to these training camps that are ran by government facilities and they'll just crap your child out when they're 18 and they will just be programmed to be employees. And it'll be just additional human beings running us like robots, running us just like cattle. If we let things continue on this path, if they get too much control, if we forfeit our guns, that is a path we could potentially be on, and I don't want no part of it. Dan, do they teach anything in schools anymore? I mean, the only time you hear the Pledge of Allegiance is if there's a rainbow flag on the wall. They talk a lot about the 32 flavors of gender, how hard it is to turn your wiener inside out, and smells like a used Band-Aid. That's about it. They don't really teach anything else from what I understand. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. So we're going to move forward to this article, I think. Let me scan this video really quick. I doubt anything's too crazy in this video, considering it's the Senate. But I want to screen it really quick just because YouTube's watching and all their goofy community guidelines over there. I think I need to put either banners on the screen, or I need to tell everybody at the beginning of the episode that we're live in like 9 locations. Because I think sometimes people show up to one of these platforms and they think it's pre-recorded because I'm responding to all these people that are not in the chat that those people are specifically in. I try to do too much, and I think new people don't understand what we're doing here. Their video player on their website sucks. Trying to find this video. Well, I found it. I'm trying to figure out where in the video we want to watch. Their player sucks, though. This looks like a verbal confrontation versus... I was thinking like bumping chest kind of thing. It doesn't appear like what's going on here. This button? There we go. I think we're finding it. I promise. Not quite sure. I have no idea what we're about to experience, but it has to do with the Senate and them not getting along, I guess.
Confrontation, but this wasn't an isolated incident, Chris. These two men, Senator Mullen and Sean O'Brien of the Teamsters, have been bickering on social media for several months. It goes back to a prior contentious hearing between the two of them. And Sean O'Brien accused him of being a bully and saying that he would meet him anytime and any place. And this was Markwayne Mullen in a very public setting attempting to make good on that threat. Now, as we saw in the video, Senator Bernie Sanders, who's the chair of this committee, quickly put an end to it so it did not kind of spiral out of control. But one of the things Markwayne Mullen had suggested was that the two of them meet in a cage match, an MMA-style cage match to benefit a charity. And Markwayne Mullen has a history as an MMA fighter. He was a high school and college wrestler. So this is sometimes how he solves problems. It's certainly not the way you would expect members of Congress, particularly members of the United States Senate, to solve problems. But it is indicative of just how much tension there is here on Capitol Hill, that you would get to the point.
I might have found a better video. I like it though. It's sounding good. I'm liking what's on the menu here. All right, let's see. Brain.
Like he's self-made. Sir, I wish you was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
stop it.
Is that your solution?
Hold it. No, sit down. Sit down. Okay. You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay. Sit down, please.
All right. He's on
fire!
Hold it. If
Hold
we
on.
can't, no,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing.
Hell yeah. I want all of that. I want all of that. We talk all the time when we're covering trials live, because every time it gets good, an attorney stands up and goes, "Oh, I object," and they shut down all the good stuff, and it sucks. And so we always discuss how if you want to object, you should have to throw hands with the other attorney, and if you win the fist fight, the objection goes through, because that would make those trials so much more entertaining. These guys want to throw hands in the Senate. I'm all for that too. I'm all for that too, because I get real tired of all the crying. Getting up there and tell me how scared you were as the J6ers were touring through the hallways, feeling on the velvet rope, admiring the artwork inside the Capitol. You were scared for your life. You had to call your children and say you may not make it home because these protesters armed with their American flags of racism was in the building. I get tired of that shit. Throw hands. I want to see somebody's teeth get knocked out. The motion is passed. That's what I want, all of that. He said right here, right now. Let's do it right now. He was like, well, stand your butt up. You stand your butt up. I'd have thrown something across the desk. As soon as he'd have replied like that, all right, let's go. Let's go. Gloves off. Let's throw these hands. I'm about it. I love that. I love that. I love it because it's real. We live in a really fake world, and it sucks. And it's all done on purpose to blur the lines of reality, so you don't pay too much attention to the bad stuff that's going on and how bad it really is. Nah, just scroll through TikTok for a couple hours. You'll forget about your problems. I get tired of the fake stuff. There's no faking it when you're throwing hands. Like they say, everybody's got a plan until you get punched in the face, because that's when reality sets in. And so, no, I don't want people doing bad things to each other, nothing like that. But it's nice to see the fake people get real for a moment there, and I'm about that. I like that. So anyways, I'm going to read through the chat really quick. I know that was a short video, and it was all just brought on out of nowhere. Just we're winging it today. We're going to read through really quick, and then we got this MTG video coming up. Hair Juicer, he was serious. You could see him taking his rings off. He should have left the rings on. It's embarrassing to get punched in the face, but it's even more embarrassing when the rings of the person who did it is left on your face like a calling card. Like, oh man, what happened? Oh, never mind, I recognize those rings. You were talking that shit, weren't you? You ain't gonna do that again, are you? No? Okay, yeah, I figure. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. It's rough. Here, you said, I'll beat your ass. Got my vote. If Trump came out there and said, I'll beat your ass, that's right next to signing titties for me. I'm like, yep, that's who I want. I want that guy. I want that guy. Oh, I wanted to talk about something I keep forgetting. Hair Juicer, do you care if I show your picture? I'll talk about it here for a second, but I'd like to actually show it to everyone from your screenshot from watching AJ. I won't show it if you don't want me to, but talk about it here for a second. So I heard about this stuff that's supposed to happen. I wasn't sure when it was going to start happening, but Hair Juicer was checking out a clip, or doing what he's doing over on Band Video, where AJ's stuff is, and he got a notification, big pop-up that says this website may be harmful, and then it says band.video. It says this website may install malicious software or collect your personal information. Visiting this website is not recommended. You can continue on anyway. It's got two buttons at the bottom. You can continue to the website, or you can leave the website. Now, I've heard that this was going to happen. Hair Juicer is good. Okay, I'll show you guys what I'm saying here. So that come on, little banner thing, move across, hit that like button. Okay, if you guys got a like button, hit that like button. Anyways. As you can see the pop-up in the bottom there, it's that notification that I just read to you guys. Now, I've been told, or I've researched and stuff, that Google is going to start analyzing websites, and they're going to start doing this kind of stuff where you go to a website of your choice, and they're going to do these pop-ups. Sometimes they're all red pages, and they're going to be like, oh no, big scary website, maybe some misinformation, maybe some disinformation, don't go here, be real scared. And it's going to deter you from accessing the website. And Google's going to do this with all the websites that are attached to their search engine. So I worry about this, and I've been paying attention to this because of jeffmaclive.com. That is the home of the hooligans. Nobody's hovering over us. You are totally free over on jeffmaclive.com. We can show what we want. We can say what we want. We can do what we want. As long as we're not breaking laws or hurting people, of course. That's the American way. And there is a possibility that they could list us like this. So then you'll come to the website, not really sure what to expect, but excited to be there. And then wham, you get a pop-up like this saying, oh no, big scary stuff. And then you're like, oh, fuck that, and you leave. They're going to do this to all the conservative sites. I'm calling it right now. Clip it. So in a year when somebody bigger than me is like, oh no, they're doing this, you can bust the clip out and be like, nah, Jeff Mack was talking about this a year ago, because we're always first on this kind of stuff. And then a year later, everybody else catches up. And then I have to sit here with my head in my hands and be like, I told everyone this was going to happen. Don't be surprised. We talked about it a year ago. So this is me calling it right now. This is how they're going to censor conservatives and any kind of truth that's out there. They're going to do this bullshit right here. And they're going to act like it's your fault. Like, oh, your website's so big and scary. We had to put the block on there. We had to put the pop-up on there. We had to do it because your stuff is too saucy. And it's really just censorship. It is more censorship cracking down on us. I've been waiting for it, and that's the first instance I've seen of it yet. So it's rolling out. It's rolling out. So don't be surprised. Now, there is websites out there that obviously will hurt you and stuff, questionable websites out there. So sometimes these pop-ups will save you in these instances when you click on questionable links and stuff like that. That's why I tell you guys, like, you know, get free AVG. If you don't know anything about cybersecurity, at least get that, because then you'll get these kind of pop-ups saying like, hey, this website is known to have actual malicious stuff, probably shouldn't be there. You can acknowledge that and then make your own decisions based off of it. AVG, as far as I can tell, is not biased politically, so you can at least trust that. But if Google Chrome or the Chrome browser or anything connected to Google's like, hey, these guys are a little too conservative over here, just know that they're censoring these sites. And if anything, watch it happen to Mike Lindell. They want to bury Mike Lindell so bad, they want to just burn his business down. And so I bet you that'll start happening on his stuff too, on My Pillow and all that. I bet you they'll start putting those blockers on that website. It is censorship. That shit is censorship. And you heard it here first. I'm telling you, clip this. Anyways, we're going to read through the chat really quick, and then we're going to move forward to this MTG video. Here, Juicer, that was the default Android browser. That's phone specific though, I think, because like my phone is a Xiaomi, and so I have the Mi browser. That's the direct browser in my phone. Otherwise, it came pre-installed with Chrome, but I don't use Chrome because it stole my identity. So yeah, I use either Mozilla or I use Brave. Mozilla is okay, but I try to run Brave as much as I can, because Brave is kind of like hands off. They got built-in ad blockers that you can use against YouTube without them knowing, and they pretty much erase the cookies and history and stuff every time you close the browser. So as long as you don't keep pages open, as soon as you leave, they don't remember nothing. It's just memory wipe. So I try to mess with Brave browser. Sometimes you'll have problems on websites using the Brave browser because of all the blockers. So in that case, I'll use Mozilla. But if you do use Mozilla, make sure you do the master password on your cookies, because the hackers are slick. They may not be able to get your passwords and stuff, but they'll steal your cookies, and then they'll log in as you, because the cookie tells the website you're authorized to be there. And so you can lock your cookies on your Mozilla browser by doing the master password in your settings. So if you do use Mozilla, you have to turn on that master password, or you're just as naked as using any other browser. Just speaking from personal experience. What's up, 2 Crow? Happy freedom. Appreciate you being here. Matthew, yeah. Can't talk about the weather over on YouTube. They get all bent out of shape. They can permanently demonetize you, even ban your account over talking about the weather. So, MU warning: this site is not safe for softies. That's what we need over on the website. Caution: if you're soft and stupid, you ain't gonna like it here. Save your $10 now. Cybo, that's exactly what they're doing with that website warning. You're using HTTPS, so it should be secure. These warnings are coming from the lefties monitoring, same ones that are watching closely on YouTube. Yep, you're right on the money there, Cybo. We're watching it happen in real time. It's crazy. It's so crazy. When I started being a live streamer and people were like talking about censorship, I just, I was like, oh yeah, maybe, sort of. It could be a conspiracy, could be a conspiracy theory, because not all conspiracies are theories. Shirt's coming soon. But then when I really started getting hit with censorship, and I was talking to customer service, like, hold up, here's a link to a YouTube video. This is the video I got banned for showing, but you're letting them have it. And their reply was, you're not allowed to show it. Okay. That's when I knew this is real. The censorship is real. It's not games. This stuff is not playing. These are not tinfoil hat people experiencing this. The censorship is real. Communism is real. It is real, and it is happening right in front of us. It's crazy sauce. Mr. Beansy Beans, how about My Hooligan, like My Pillow? What are we selling though? Like blow up dolls? Come get a My Hooligan. You don't have to be lonely ever again. Those dark, lonely nights in the rain, in the cold winter time here in Michigan. Go get you a My Hooligan. It's pure Michigan. Like, no. We'll figure out something. Derek, Mozilla is woke. It could be. I just know that you can't trust half of these browsers. And using Brave browsers, fine, in my experience. But there's just certain websites that just don't function the way they should. And in those cases, I have to pick up another browser. So, that's how it is. Dang, Brandon, know your place, bro. Yeah, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. Figuring out my place as I go. As these things happen. Anthony, you're creating a new generation of buff lawyers in 10 years. That's what I want. I want America to be big and strong. All right, hooligans. We're going to move on to this next one. It's it is titled Marjorie Taylor Greene explodes on the 8 Republicans who blocked Mayorkas' impeachment from advancing. I can't stand all these people working in the government who completely are not doing their jobs blatantly. And then we got to question whether or not they're going to be impeached or if their salary should be a doll hair. I don't know what there is to question. That lobbying money. It must be. Let's get it started. I'm going to grab some goodies. So if I disappear, don't you worry, I'll be right back.
To refer this to the committee.
They're going to face their voters. The American people are fed up. We have an invasion at the southern border, and Americans are dying every single day. But all we hear about is send money to Ukraine and send money to this. And people want Mayorkas impeached. They want accountability. And I cannot believe this. I'm outraged. My articles of impeachment on Mayorkas have been sitting for months in the Judiciary Committee. And many of the same Republicans that voted with Democrats to refer it back to committees sit on Judiciary Committee. So what are these Republicans even worth if they will not pick up articles of impeachment and actually move them through their committee and give it a chance on the House floor? So they stood with the Democrats to protect Secretary Mayorkas and prevent his impeachment by putting it back in the Judiciary Committee where they can put articles of impeachment up on the shelf to collect more dust.
Do they deserve to lose their races?
That's up to their constituents, but I can assure you that Republican voters will be extremely angry that they've done this.
What's your next move here? What's the next step?
I'm going to consider that. I may reintroduce them. Maybe I introduce them again privileged and give them the opportunity. Do they really want to do that? I'll give them some time to get phone calls in their office and talk to their constituents.
Congressman, on the CR, are you disappointed in Speaker Johnson's first decision here to advance this plan without spending cuts?
I think it's a failure. I'm not voting for a clean CR. I'm not carrying on Nancy Pelosi's budget. I'm not carrying on all the woke policies and the failures and the excessive spending that the Democrats set forth. I think we should be holding the line. We should finish our appropriations, and we should force the Senate to do their job and Joe Biden to sign these bills. And we can get this done if we get to work, but a clean CR is not the way to go.
Earlier today, Roy mentioned he wanted to see at least one policy win in that bill. Is there any one particular thing you would want to earn your support in a CR?
In which bill? A CR?
Yes, in a CR.
A clean CR, I don't really see many policy wins.
What one change would you make?
I wouldn't. I would say we're not doing a CR. We're doing our appropriation bills, and the Senate needs to do their job. That's what we should be doing.
What do you say the Republicans who pushed out Speaker McCarthy over a clean CR? Now Speaker Johnson is moving a clean CR.
You know, I've talked about that, and I think if you're going to oust a Speaker of the House from your conference, the red line should remain the same for the next Speaker. What's the point in throwing out one Speaker if nothing changes? And the only way to make sure that real changes happen is make the red line stay the same for every Speaker after that. And I don't think we're going to see that.
Would you plan to call for a motion to vacate?
I wasn't one of the 8, so I didn't do that.
Ma'am, can you just say, though, I mean, the Republicans are unable to pass their
MTG. Not thrilled. I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't impeach Mayorkas. Pretty sure he's in charge of the border and he ain't doing anything. He's not protecting the border, so why is he allowed to have the job? It just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. We're going to read through the chat really quick. I did go get some honey, and I did put some Diablo on it. And I got a little spoon sitting here with the goodness on it. Klaus Daniels is coming to visit. He wants to be a part of this. We're going to read through the chat first, just in case I can't talk after I do this, so we're going to do it in this order. Let's see. We might have to do some pure hooligan stuff. I seen Edward tag me in something about some branding considerations. We might have some stuff here. Everybody seems to be pretty excited about it. Zero, they're scared that they'll lose some lobby money. Probably. That's how they all make them big bucks. I'm trying to think. I seen a video where they were talking about Nancy Pelosi's salary was like $175,000 a year or something like that, but she's worth like $2 billion, and they were like, she'd have to be in that job for 3,600 years in order for her salary to be worth that much. And it's because all the lobbying and the insider trading they're doing and all the other corrupt stuff they do. SEPA, she looks a bit orange. I think she was just supporting the Orange Eagle, you know. MTG, she had to orange it up a little bit for the Orange Eagle. It was subliminal messaging, subliminal support. That's what was going on there. Crystal, how about DuckDuckGo? I heard that DuckDuckGo was compromised. I haven't used DuckDuckGo in a really long time, but I did hear that it was compromised. I don't know what all that entails. That's just what I was told. What's the other one? Start Page, or I can't remember what it's called now. People used to use that too. I don't think it's called Start Page. I can't remember what it's called. But people used to use that before I had heard about DuckDuckGo. I just use Brave browser now. Melissa, Gladiator Law Firm. If I could start a law, if I had the money, we would have hooligan lawyers, we would have hooligan mechanics, we would have hooligan doctors, we would have hooligan marketing to help conservatives sell their products and services worldwide. We would have hooligan shipping to put FedEx out of business as fast as we could. We would have hooligan politicians. I'm telling you, if I had the money, we'd be building on America all day. All day. We would be improving things around here. RK, my hooligan Klaus pillow. It's furry and dark. And you just, hello darkness, my old friend. That's what I do when I see Klaus sitting in the hallway and I just see the lights coming from his eyes. So I see you, Shadow. I can see you looking at me. Matthew Chapstick. Somebody was trying to help me do some custom chapstick. There's a person here in Michigan that makes chapstick and soaps and all kinds of stuff. And we were discussing having them make some hooligan chapstick. But now I can't find the email, and that person hasn't wrote me in a minute. And I can't remember who it is now. But I'm sort of in the process of getting that done. The price was right. So I just got to figure it out, and maybe we'll have some hooligan chapstick. The only thing I was wondering about is if they were going to try and hijack our branding because they do their own graphic design. And I was like, well, we'll stick our badge on it and stuff like that. And it was like, no, they'll make their own designs. Well, I don't want other people representing what we're doing over here. So I have to look into it a little deeper. But I'm working on some hooligan chapstick. D. Jones, Rumble's janky right now. It seems to be hit or miss. It really depends on how you use it. The app, I feel, doesn't do very well. I'm not on Android. I guess the iPhone version of the app is fine, but the Android version of the app, you can't, there's no button to join the membership program. There's no button to send Rumble rants. And the video stops every 10 seconds. But then if you use it on the browser, like, you know, whatever's built in your phone, you go to the website, it seems to run fine. Or at least it does for me, so I don't know. D. Jones, Google owns Android operating systems. So they code the default browser. I run ExpressVPN, firewall in front of my internal LAN. I was kind of doing VPNs, but I can't because I live stream, and VPNs are too slow. It takes too long for the signal to get through the firewall, and so it doesn't work with what I do. It's fine for private browsing and, you know, whatever I'm doing while I'm not live, but I can't have VPNs on my live desktop because it just screws with everything too much. It ruins the live. And I don't believe VPNs actually work. I feel like VPNs are just services provided by federal agents so they can monitor people who think they're getting away with privately browsing on the internet. I don't know that to be true, but I believe that to be true. And so, I don't know. We're all walking our own path. Let's see. Getting excited for this stuff over here. I feel like I'm gonna burn my tonsils out, but maybe it'll fix my throat. RK, Jeff Mac Hooligan LLC. Yeah, I thought about turning all of this into an LLC. I don't know how much it costs to do that though. I need to figure out what I'm trying to say here. I was trying to figure out if we could actually make this a non-profit, because I think most news and journalism and things related to what we're doing end up being non-profits. And if I was running a non-profit, I would qualify for my student loans to be knocked down a bit, but I don't know. I don't know that we actually qualify to be a non-profit, and I'd rather not jump through the hoops. I just pay my 40% in taxes and call it good. Cybo, I just switched from Brave to Mozilla. Brave wouldn't give me many search results again unless I wanted to see the lame MSM stuff, and then it seemed normal. Yeah, I don't really like those search results on Brave as well. I've realized the same thing. Like, if I'm trying to figure out, like, it's late in the night and I'm like, is Dollar General still open? And I search it on the Brave browser, I gotta like dig and dig and dig and dig. Whereas like on Google, you could type it in and it's like, boom, right there. Nope, they're open. Nope, they're closed. You know, like, it's right there. But again, it's, you don't want to trade convenience for communism. So that's when I started using Mozilla, and it's kind of somewhere in the middle. Mr. Beans, I have Bitdefender and Vaughn Unlimited. I looked up the Bitdefender. I have a tab on it. I didn't have a chance to research it very much, but I did write that down. I've never heard of Vaughn Unlimited, though. I have to check that out. There we go. Just reading through really quick. We got one left. Talking about New York City and their flying helicopter taxi things. Gary, Right Side Broadcasting, Johnson endorses Trump. Oh, is that what he was saying? We put him on, but he had already been speaking. I mean, that's great that he endorses Trump, but from what I understand, he's a flip-flopper and, well, turns his words into a grain of salt. Gary, a clear difference on Rumble. Yeah. It's weird that the live stream is so much more clear everywhere except for YouTube. YouTube just blurs the live for no reason. What's up, Wendy? Happy freedom. Find it, fix it, weather. Yeah. I gotta call it weather. If I say the other phrase, like the people who cement their hands to the ground, those kind of activists, I can't say that word. If I do, all hell will break loose. Cassandra, homemade soap and chapstick looks like fun to do. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos on it, but I haven't actually done it. I haven't made soap and chapstick, but I've made like arthritis balm. I've made shampoo. I can't remember. When I used to run grow rooms, I used to make all kinds of stuff because you can use weed for lots of stuff. And so I used to go ham. We'd make candy and gummies and concentrates and everything. Used to just make everything. Can't do that in this little tiny apartment though. If I ever get into a house, I will have a lot more opportunity than I have here. Anyways, we're going to move forward to this next one, and this is the last one. It's titled New York City's First Ever Electric Air Taxi Flight. And Eric Adams is there with his corrupt ass. So that's a thing. They got music in and out of this video, and because of the YouTube communist guidelines, I don't want to deal with copyright flags. So we're going to leave the beats on, but I'm just going to try and lower them so we can get through the copyright crap. Let's get it started, hooligans.
This electric air taxi could soon be transporting passengers from JFK Airport to downtown Manhattan in a matter of minutes. Manufacturer Joby Aviation hopes to offer the service by 2025, with founder and CEO Joe Van Beaver calling the emission-free, quiet aircraft a game changer for sustainable transport.
This is our electric air taxi. It takes off and lands vertically, transitions, flies on the wing. It seats a pilot and 4 passengers and flies at speeds of up to 200 miles an hour. And what that means is that a flight from here in Manhattan to JFK can take as little as 7 minutes.
Joby Aviation carried out an exhibition flight at the downtown Manhattan heliport in New York. It was the city's first ever electric air taxi flight and the first time Joby has flown in an urban setting. The company says the craft only takes about 5 minutes to recharge, the time it would take for passengers to unload and board. The idea is that travelers will book their trip using a rideshare app, with the cost of the journey yet to be confirmed. New York City Mayor Eric Adams was there to witness the test flight as he tries to position the city as a global leader in sustainable transportation.
Here at the downtown Manhattan heliport, we are going to establish the world's first heliport with infrastructure for electric powered helicopters of this nature. This is a bold new vision on what we want to accomplish as a city. And now we know how important it is to just also bring down the noise. And as I just learned, how far the noise can travel.
Joby Aviation is in the third of 5 stages of certification with the Federal Aviation Administration and is already ramping up production of the aircraft.
These aircraft are game changers because they're dramatically quieter, which means that we can put takeoff and landing locations in more places around cities like New York, bringing access to this faster and more beautiful mode of transportation to more and more people, both here in New York and around the world. We are ramping our manufacturing capacity as fast as possible. We have our pilot manufacturing line in California already sending out aircraft, and we'll be we've announced that we'll be building a larger facility in Dayton, Ohio to continue to ramp that production.
Well, that's something. That is something. So what do you do if it catches on fire while you're in the sky? There's just another day? I don't know. I don't know why they need that. I don't understand the point of that. And you notice they didn't talk about cost. They're like, oh yeah, no, you just take an app. You just say, hey, I need a flight to the dentist office. Hop in the helicopter taxi, you just fly away. You're good to go. Oh yeah, is it going to be cost effective and all that too? It's going to be like an Uber. You're just going to give them $12 and you're good. Just flying through like Captain Planet. I'm like, I don't know. This seems like they might as well have just indicted Trump. That's what they should have did. It's like, oh, there's all this corruption going on in New York. You got a bunch of border crossers in New York that ain't supposed to be there. There's crime running rampant in New York. You got people pulling down American flags and burning them in New York. But you got a nice new fancy little electric helicopter to transport people? You guys are the world leaders of transportation for the public? Oh my God. Oh my, what a great place. Let's just go to New York. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. We know you're a corrupt piece of shit. No fancy little helicopter is going to take our mind off that. I don't think it's going to be cost effective. And I think that, like, how do they afford liability insurance? you know, when you run a business, generally you got to have liability insurance if you have the public coming onto your property or whatever. If you're flying pedestrians around in your little helicopter and that's a service for the public, you would think your liability insurance would be crazy. It would be crazy expensive. And if that's the case, then how are your passengers going to afford to be able to take flights to and from work every day and all that stuff? I don't know. I have a lot of questions. But it is innovative, I suppose. I mean, at what point are they just going to give us jetpacks? And just, here you go, good luck, buddy. $10,000, there you go, you're good to go. Runs on batteries. It's got to be good for the weather, you know, and all that. I don't know. I'm going to read through the chat really quick. I'm going to get saucy. I don't know if you guys can see it. Got a little Diable, got a little honey there. All natural. If I can set this down. Might have to do it right now. We'll see. It's reading through. Cassandra, that can't fit that many people. Disneyland had a helicopter that went to and from LAX. They had a bunch of crashes in a short amount of time and stopped offering the service. I believe that was back in the 50s. History repeats itself. It might be. It might be in another situation like that. Mayor Panic Adams, yeah. Just reading through really quick before I burn my face off. Why are you guys talking about Will Smith? It's got to be turbo. I hate how you have to have followers to stream on Rumble. You don't have to. I think last week or something they posted on Twitter that they did away with that. You only had to have like 5 followers. But they did away with it. I don't know. All that stuff's new. When I started, you couldn't even just live stream. You had to have permission. You had to write customer service and tell them, hey, I'm some big shot hooligan and you guys should let me live stream on your platform. And they were like, all right, $50 a month. The first time I applied, it was $100 a month. And I was like, I can't afford it. And then it went to $50 a month. And so I started paying for it. Then it went down to $30. I don't even know what it is now. I think it's $20 or $25 a month that I have to pay just to stream on the platform. But yeah, I didn't even know that there was a limit, and I follow Rumble just in case they shout us out. Because one day they're going to. They sent me a sticker. They know I'm here. One day they'll shout us out. And so I follow them on Twitter, and I keep the notifications on, so that day it happens. I'm going to drop everything and tell everybody, hey, we are acknowledged by Rumble. But yeah, they posted that you no longer have a follower requirement in order to go live. You just have to pay the fee. And I don't even think there's a fee now. I think there's a free version you can sign up for. You can make your account a free version, and then you can just live stream. And they have the Rumble player, I think, now too. So you don't even need OBS or Streamlabs or any kind of streaming software. You can stream from Rumble on Rumble. D Jones, hard pass on any New York taxis. Yeah. Melissa, oh, it's $2,000 a ride? Did they say it? I missed it. That's too much though. That's too much though. Who can afford $2,000 a ride? And you know it ain't gonna last that long. It's an electric helicopter. Like, how long is it really gonna be in the air? Snooks, no thank you. Will not ride in that. Tree herder hard candy is super easy to make. Yeah. Gummies is pretty easy to make too. Matt, learn how to grow, or teach you how to grow. It would be a lot. I grew for 10 years. I had huge grow rooms. It depends how much you want to know and how detailed do you want to know. Like, You want to know like the biology of the plants? You want to know how like they're structured by molecules, or you just want to know the steps to grow a plant? Because I know all of that. Guess MJ file a 501c. I could. Right now I file as a sole proprietor. Disco, $2,000 for a real helicopter. Oh, for $2,000 I want a real helicopter. Yeah, for real. Turbo, OBS is all I've known. You can run OBS to Rumble. I use OBS when I'm running the game because it's like a whole nother world. Running the game is a lot different than running this kind of live. And so instead of changing my settings every time I go from gaming to the news, I just use OBS for gaming. And that way my settings are over there and then the news is over here and I'm good to go. Matthew, I want to learn so I don't mess it up. You got to mess it up, Matthew. I'm joking, but I'm not joking. You got to go through some failures to reach success. It's even with growing plants. It's something you got to go through. It's how you can tell that they matter, that they care about what you're doing. It's a living thing. And so the way you treat the plants, you will see if you know what to look for. And you got to go through some downfalls before you stand all the way up. But just like a crash course, I would say find a place that's 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I know you got Celsius over there, so I don't even know what it is. Celsius, 30 degrees or something like that. 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Find an area that stays about that year round. Keep your humidity under control. Use good soil or learn how to do hydroponics. And then treat your plant like a child. Check on it. Care for it. Water it. Don't water it too much. Lift the bucket. If it's heavy, don't water it. If it's light, water it. Stick your finger an inch in the dirt. If the dirt doesn't stick to your finger, it needs water. If it turns purple, you have too much phosphorus in the dirt. Give it sunlight as much as possible. If you're vegging the plant, 24 hours of sunlight. When it's above 6 inches, you can start cutting down 12 hours, 14 hours, whatever. And then when you get to when you're ready to flower the plant, cut it down to 6 hours, 8 hours, whatever it's supposed to be. Read. Do a lot of reading. There's lots of research on it. Probably will have better information if you read versus watching goofy YouTube videos by potheads that don't know what they're talking about. Get the Grow Bible. Grow Bible's cheap, $20 or something. It has more knowledge in it than you'll ever want to know. That's probably the best I could do as far as a crash course right now. Anyways, let's see. Turbo, it should be a college class. It could. I'd be more than willing to be a professor in that class. I know lots about it. Just reading through really quick. We're going to eat this Diablo sauce honey mixture thing, and we'll see if I survive it. Mr. Beansy Beans craving some Reese's. I just bought some Reese's the other day. I feel like Reese's don't taste the same as when I was a kid. And I don't know if that's because I'm an adult and your taste buds just change, or if it's really different. But I feel like Reese's don't taste as good as they used to 10 years ago. They just don't have that same... I don't know. The chocolate is not the same. Contempt. You're right. Racketeer was a great movie. Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen that. I used to really love that movie now that I'm thinking about it. I might have to watch that. That's a good movie too. Contempt. Fire in the Sky. Won't be a cool movie title anymore. Yeah, I mean, it might be. It might be. Mr. Beansy Beans, I meant more... Oh, I meant my own way with dark chocolate and organic peanut butter. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Mr. Beans Beans, I agree that Reese's isn't as good as it used to be. I don't know what it is, but when I eat Reese's, I have this expectation of what it's going to taste like, and it doesn't meet it. And maybe that sounds really weird to say out loud, but there's just... When I was a kid, I used to love eating Reese's. It had this crispy, high-end flavor in the chocolate. Like, almost like It didn't matter what was going on or what the environment was like, but when you ate a Reese's, it had that cool, cold chocolate crispiness to it. And it didn't matter. It'd be 90 degrees out and you're sweating your nuggets off. And it just had this higher flavor to it. This, it's so hard to explain. Like this crispy kind of flavor, and it's not there now. Now it's got this melted chocolate taste, no matter what. And I can't describe it any better than that. My apologies. I wish I had a better vocabulary, but just something about it's not right. It just ain't hitting like it used to. What's up, Gidgy? Happy freedom. Gregory, green tea and honey will fix your throat. Yeah, I'm going to be working on it right after the live. That was our last video that we covered right there. So with that being said, the Pledge of Allegiance is going to be hilarious. I'll tell you that right now. So I got right here. Don't want to spill it on any of my expensive equipment. Ooh, and I almost did. Almost did. Anyways, we got to hurry up and do this before I make a mess. It's already getting me. I have, you can't tell, honey and Diablo sauce. I messed up my tablecloth. Anyways, cheers, hooligans. It's not enough kick. I gotta finish off this Diablo packet. Ooh, I'm not faking it. Tattoos or it didn't happen. Holy. It's getting me. It's getting me. Ooh. Ooh. Sweet baby Jesus. Eyes watering. It's got me. It's got me. Matt, you just got the Rumble notification? I gotta get a napkin. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. I'm not gonna get a drink or anything. I'll leave my mic on so you can hear me. I just gotta get a napkin. I'm sticky. Ooh, baby. Ooh. It's getting me. Mama, no. All right. I'm back in my squeaky chair. Ooh, it's getting me. I didn't even clean the damn table because I do what I want. I'm a grown-ass hooligan. You remember that? Next time your wife's bitching at you, no, don't say that. You'll get slapped in the face. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't tell your wife nothing but yes, dear. That's all you got. We're gonna crack a second one because I'm not satisfied with the first one. Tattoos or it didn't happen all over again. Ooh, somebody brought up that we could buy bottles of Diablo so I didn't have to mouth a packet last time. I like the added flavor of 15 people, strangers, never seen them before, handling those packets before I stick it in my mouth. It's why my immune system is really good. I didn't need to go get the jab. I take Diablo every day. Anyways, oh, I just stuck my hand in the sauce. We're going to read through the chat really quick. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance. We're going to wrap this up. I'm going to drop this Linktree link in the chat. Who? Getting it. All of my links are listed on the Linktree, so if you would like to donate, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, you are welcome to do so. I would really appreciate it. All of the money, of course, goes to keeping us running, whether I got to buy new gear or pay for the monthly bill on these services. All of your contributions keep us running every day, except for Sunday, and that's just because you got to have a day off. You got to recharge those batteries. It's important. So anyways, there is the Linktree link. We're going to read through the chat really quick. Then we're going to do Pledge of Allegiance. Cassandra, the cayenne pepper in the hot sauce helps your immune system and pancreas. I guess in South America, they eat so much spicy food because of parasites and stuff down there. So eating spicy food can help your stomach if you have extra buddies in your system or anything like that. Obviously, it can help clean your system out. I didn't know it actually contributed to your immune system, though, and I don't even know what a pancreas is. But I appreciate the information, Cassandra. See, that packet I just ate must be a new one. The new ones are not as hot as the old ones. Something about some aged sauce does some things. I don't know. The older your Diablo is, the better. Yeah, this is 2021. I got a bag of 2019 Diablo sauces, and they will hurt you. They will hurt you. They will touch you in places without your consent. And they will get you. It's reading through. Sauce is hitting me. It's hitting me. Seeing something that was happening in the chat, I guess. Matthew, what's in the packet? It's that Diable. Diable came to visit. What are you saying, Melissa? Stick your finger. It's wet. I don't know what you're talking about. Snooks. What are you guys doing over here? If you guys don't watch on Rumble or jeffmaclive.com, I don't know what you guys are doing. What's up, JT3? Happy freedom. Finally, after 13 months cleaning the squatters out. Squatters. I can't believe how much rights they have. We cover so many videos of that where people come into these houses and then the landlords, the people who own the property, can't even get the people out. That's got to be infuriating. Turbo, that ghost pepper will clean you out. I got one of the sauces I got that we're going to try over Thanksgiving. It's got ghost peppers in it. And it's probably going to hurt me. I can't even have real hot food, which is why I like the Diablo sauces, because it's the only time I can have like a little bit of fun with spicy stuff. Because otherwise I get bad. I got so much stuff wrong with my stomach. I don't remember what it's like to shit without blood in it. It's been so long. So I'm kind of scared of what the ghost pepper sauce is going to do to me, but we'll wait till Thanksgiving to worry about that. Snooks, I didn't do nothing. Yeah. What's up, Ms. Vu? Sorry to hear that, Ms. Vu. I don't know anything about a pancreas. Boys have them, right? Like, I really don't know. I actually gotta look it up, because that's kind of the only body part that people haven't been talking about lately. Let's do some spelling. Let's try that. Maybe Google will know what I'm trying to say. Pancreas. Ooh, it's got a weird shape to it. Part of your digestive system. And some other kind of system that I didn't know we had. I don't know if I got that upgrade. I gotta check the mileage. I'm not sure. I'll have to read into that. There's a lot going on there. Pancreas. Well, either way, we got through the thing. Cassandra, pancreatic cancer is one of the most aggressive cancers. Cayenne pepper really helps your pancreas. The pancreas helps regulate circulation in the body. Wow, I didn't know that. Gregory, pancakes? I know, I kept almost saying pancakes over and over again. Gidgy, I'll look that up. Thank you for letting me know. I'm going to copy this really quick. I've been trying to find a copy of The Life of Brian, I think it's called. What is it called? You hooligans are always telling me to watch these movies. They're funny movies. And a lot of people said I should watch I think it's A Life of Brian is what it's called. And I've been trying to track it down. And I think I'll be able to watch it in the next couple days. And then we're going to have all those jokes running as soon as I can remember what it's called. True American, here's what I'm gonna do. I guess I'm going to counseling with my girlfriend and see what happens, because I don't know. Now, I don't know if that's the beginning of the conversation or what, but I say if you're willing to do it, then more power to you. I've been in situations where people are like, we need to go to counseling. And I'm like, fine. But what are you going to do when they say that everything's your fault? And they don't like that. They don't like that. So don't say that. Okay, don't do that. You can think those thoughts because you're still free. But don't say that out loud because they don't like that. The hard thing is when they do say it, you just don't laugh. Okay, when you're sitting on the couch, don't laugh. Because you got to go home with that person. And they're going to beat your ass and no one's going to save you because people think men are disposable and they don't believe that we can be victims of domestic violence. So keep those thoughts to yourself. Contribute. Go do the counseling thing. Acknowledge that it's probably a waste of time. Just don't say it out loud. Come back, drink water, because that's what you got to do to be big and strong. You got to drink water, otherwise you end up with headaches. And then just when she comes out and she's like, oh, that was so great, you just go, yeah, I love you so much. And then, yes, dear, you're right. And then you're golden. You're golden after that. You're all good to go. These are life advice by Jeff Mack and the Hooligans. All right, it is that time again. Had all the sauce, had all the coffee. What a day it's been already. All right, Hooligans, please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll tell you, I think my voice is doing better. Lil Diable, Lil Honey went a long way. I know I don't sound tip-top. I'm all raspy. I still sound like I've been smoking cigarettes the last 50 years of my 34 years being on the earth. I sound a little bit like Miley Cyrus does now. I don't know why. Just, it is what it is. But I feel better than I did when I started. And that's all that matters. I'm going to read through the chat one more time and we're going to wrap this up. I don't know about gaming yet. I don't know. But if we do game, it'll be at 6 o'clock. As it always is, Eastern Time, over on Kick, jeffmaclive.com, as well as Jeff Mac Gaming on YouTube. You can watch in any of those locations. We're going to see how it goes, because I really don't want to put my gross, raspy, mucusy voice right up against that microphone of that headset and have you guys hear me wheezing and coughing as we're wandering through the Commonwealth of Fallout 4 and Far Harbor. So we'll see. If I start feeling a little bit better, my voice sounds a little bit better, then we will go live. Otherwise, we'll push it off until tomorrow. And, of course, we will have Coffee with Hooligans tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, as always. So I'm going to read through the chat really quick, and we're going to wrap this up. Matt, the sugars in carrots calm the heat. The acid in tomatoes enhance the heat. Interesting. I didn't know either of that. I know that water doesn't do a whole lot. Water just spreads the fire around. Carrots. I like carrots. I mean, that might be the way to go. Hey, I appreciate you, Pumpkin. Thank you for being here. Get some J Subaru update. Subaru's doing good. The all-wheel drive light is still on, and I don't know why. And I'm having a 442 code pop up, which is emissions leak. I thought it was the gas cap. And so I replaced it with the one from the old car, and I'm still getting the codes. So there's a gas leak somewhere, or something along those lines that are happening. The all-wheel drive light's on. They don't know what's wrong with it. They don't even know how it's affecting the car. But the car runs, it drives down the road, and every time I've tried to start it, it has started, and it's been running fine. I hate when the codes pop up because then I can't use cruise control and I lose my traction control, because that's part of what happens on Subarus when an engine light comes on. Disables everything, and then your whole dashboard cluster looks like a Christmas tree, and I hate it. But as far as starting and running down the road and being reliable enough for me to feel comfortable driving 65 miles to go to the closest Walmart, that's been fine. It's been fine. I'm not locked in the house against my will anymore. It's just by choice at this point. But yeah, that's pretty much the update right now on Subarus. Get some J. Till the next, shoe drops. That's how it goes. Till the next step. Turbo, do you stream the gaming on Rumble? No, but I'm thinking about doing it. The only reason I haven't is because Rumble needs to do marketing to gamers. They really, really, really need to work on that. They want to balance the viewership over here. They want to bring a younger audience over here. They need to promote gaming. If you go to the gaming section of Rumble, and I don't care who you look at, go down the whole list, you won't even see a whole 50 people watching a live of gaming. You go to YouTube, you like Doc's got like 22,000 people watching him on YouTube every day while he plays Modern Warfare. But on Rumble, it's like you don't even see 80 people watching a live on gaming. Even the top gamers on Rumble are not pulling any viewers. Rumble needs to do better marketing for gamers and bring that whole community over here. It would be great for Rumble. It would really help Rumble grow. And I don't know why they don't do it. But until they do fix that, I haven't started a gaming channel on Rumble. I just feel like the viewership's not there. It's not even doing well on YouTube. Like, we're lucky to get a whole 20 people in the chat when I'm gaming, which is fine. It's just to have fun anyways, so it doesn't matter a whole lot. But I don't want to forfeit the YouTube channel to bring it over to Rumble just to go from 20 people watching to nobody watching. And so until things balance out a little bit, I'm just waiting, because I may also have to pay another $25 a month just to do the gaming channel, and I'm not quite sure yet. So we're working on it. Those are the plans. Just reading through the chat really quick. Hey, I appreciate you being here, Rappy. Hey, thanks for being here, Annette. Cassandra, the lactic acid in milk helps ease the heat from touching or eating peppers. Milk messes me up, though. I don't feel good after I drink milk. I don't think I'm necessarily lactose intolerant, where I don't want to say the gross stuff out loud, but you know when you're lactose intolerant and you drink milk, you usually got to run to the bathroom or your stomach's upset or whatever. I just don't feel good after I drink milk. I feel like tired and heavy and just sickly feeling, and I don't like it, so I don't really drink milk. Hey, I appreciate you, Zero. Thanks for being here, Miss Jamie. Hey, thank you, Mr. Beans and Beans. Oh, no worries. No worries. I like my Subaru. It's got character. And all cars have problems. You know, that's the thing. As long as it runs down the road, I'm good with it. Because I've owned a lot of cars. I know I talk about the Subaru a lot, but I've owned all kinds of cars. I've had... My first car was a Plymouth Neon. It was a Neon, but it wasn't a Dodge Neon. It was a Plymouth Neon. Because it was before Dodge bought it. And so, I mean, I've had all kinds of stuff. I've had Fords, I've had Chevys, I've had Plymouths, I've had Cadillacs, I've had a Cadillac. I mean, I've had all kinds of stuff. I just like my Subaru because it's four-wheel drive and it's a car. I like having SUVs and trucks and stuff, but the bigger they are, the more expensive they are. With a Subaru, you got car prices, but you get four-wheel drive like a truck. So that's why I like Subarus. But there is things I don't like about it. Like if you have any engine code pop up, no matter how small and stupid it is, it turns off your cruise control and your traction control. And your cruise control is the same color as your blinking light, and it's right next to it. It's right next to your turn signal on the dashboard. So when it turns off, it flashes. The cruise control light does. So when I drive down the road, it looks like my right blinker is on the whole time I'm driving out of my peripherals. And so it took a long time to not mess with my turn signals, because I'm driving and I'm seeing this flashing light on the right side. I'm like, oh, and then I smack the turn signal. Now it looks like I'm turning left, and I'm like, oh shit. So I don't know. All cars have problems, so I'm just rolling with it. As long as I got four-wheel drive, I'll be good to go. Yes, thank you, Snooks. Mining Python, Life of Brian. Hopefully in the next few days I'll be able to watch that, and then I'll get all the jokes you guys are always telling me. Donnie Brooklyn, don't drop grumpies in the sheets. I don't know what you're talking about over there. Donnie Brooklyn, you know, I look for you every time we go live because you're the only hooligan I know that actually put hooligan in their name. And I think about that a lot because I see all of you guys that support Salty Cracker and y'all put Salty in your name. And I always thought that was really cool. And I've never talked about this out loud. I've talked about it with my, people that know me in real life and stuff, but I never said this out loud. But Donnie Brooklyn, you're the only person to actually put Hooligan in your username. And I think that's really awesome. And I really appreciate all the support, Donnie Brooklyn. And so when I go live, I actually search around to see if you're around, because I really dig that. I think that's really cool. All right, Hooligans. I didn't mean to drag this out. What's up, neighbor guy? It was a pretty good one today if you get time to watch the replay, but we're actually about to wrap this up. I'm raspy, as you can hear, but I'm in good spirits. It was a good one today. I appreciate you sliding through, neighbor guy. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Gregory, cow's milk is for calves. Yeah. I think we are good. All right. Did the Pledge of Allegiance. Read through the chats. Dropped the links. I think that is everything. So I don't know if we're gonna play the game or not. We're gonna see how it goes. Like I said, I don't want to be sounding all gross in the headset. So we'll see how it rolls. If we do game, it'll be 6 p.m. Eastern time. Like I said, Kick, jeffmaclive.com, and Jeff Mac Gaming over on YouTube. Otherwise, I will see all of you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. So let me see this real quick. Okay, there we go. All right, Hooligans. So we are good to wrap this up. I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I don't know what it is, and it's driving me nuts. Cleanse the palate. Gotta cleanse the palate. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you, Hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.